History tells us the story of civilization began in two places. In the West, the Egyptians were building tombs for the dead. In the Middle East, the Mesopotamians were forging empires of war. But while the world looked west, something massive was rising in the East, a third civilization, far larger and more advanced than both combined. Then, it vanished under the sands. To grasp the scale of this achievement, we must look at the map. The Indus civilization covered an area larger than Western Europe, home to 5 million people. Over 1,000 settlements stretched from the Himalayas to the Arabian Sea. Yet, it was utterly forgotten for nearly 4,000 years, until railway builders stumbled upon its perfectly fired bricks. Welcome to Mohenjo-Daro. They built a utopia of perfect order. They laid out their streets in perfect straight lines. A master plan executed with military precision. The secret was the brick. Millions of them, baked in kilns, and every single one had the exact same proportions, 1 by 2 by 4. This standardization allowed them to build upwards, multi-story homes that defied gravity. But their greatest obsession was water. The average citizen had a private well inside their home. But the real marvel was where the water went. Every house was connected to a sophisticated, covered drainage system. Plumbing, 4,000 years ahead of its time. And at the heart of the city, the Great Bath. For these people, cleanliness wasn't just hygiene. It was their religion. But a civilization cannot survive on water alone. To feed 5 million people in the middle of a desert, they needed an agricultural miracle. They mastered the monsoon, watering vast fields of wheat and barley that stretched to the horizon. While the rest of the world was eating bland porridge, the Indus people were master chefs. Archaeologists have analyzed their cooking pots. What did they find? Turmeric, ginger, garlic. Grinding stones turned day and night. It suggests that 4,000 years ago, these people were likely creating the world's first curry. The result was a cuisine of abundance and flavor. Simple flatbreads served with a vibrant, fragrant stew. Their granaries were overflowing with a surplus that made them rich. While other ancient civilizations wrapped themselves in wool and animal skins, the Indus people mastered something far more delicate: cotton. Here, in this valley, archaeologists found the earliest traces of woven cotton on Earth, and with it came a revolution of comfort. Their looms were simple, but their fabrics were masterpieces. Fine threads twisted by hand. Patterns woven with mathematical rhythm. Tiny gold sequins found in the ruins suggest that, long before the pharaohs wore glittering robes, the people of the Indus were already adorning themselves with elegance. We judge civilizations by their monuments, but perhaps we should judge them by their happiness. In the ruins, we found no swords, but we found toys. Miniature wheeled carts made of clay, abstract geometric game pieces, and dice, six-sided cubes identical to the ones we use today. It was a society that valued play, where mechanics were used to make children smile. Their genius wasn't just in the massive, it was in the microscopic. While others forged crude weapons, the Indus artisans were mastering a technology that bordered on the impossible. They developed specialized drills to pierce carnelian beads, stones so hard they break modern steel. These beads were the diamonds of the Bronze Age. To trade these treasures, they invented absolute honesty, standardized weights, binary cubes that were identical across 500 miles. But their technology went even further. It crossed the line from engineering into medicine. Remember those drills used for jewelry? Archaeologists made a chilling discovery on several skeletons. Perfect, microscopic holes drilled into molars. It wasn't torture, it was dentistry. 4,000 years before modern anesthesia, they were drilling out tooth decay with flint tools. This precision fueled an international empire of commerce. They were master navigators. Their ships, laden with cotton and beads, sailed the Arabian Sea to the mighty cities of Mesopotamia. The Sumerians recorded trade with a land they called Meluha, the land of riches. Their ambition knew no borders. Deep in the mountains of Afghanistan, they found lapis lazuli, a vibrant blue gemstone that has been treasured for centuries for its beauty and significance. This leads us to the biggest mystery. Who was in charge? We have searched for 100 years, but we cannot find a palace. No statues of kings. It seems they were governed by a council of elders, a society that valued the collective good over the power of one man. And most shockingly, no army. In a Bronze Age filled with bloodshed, the Indus Valley stood as an anomaly of peace. They were literate. They left us thousands of messages carved into soapstone. But unlike Egyptian hieroglyphs, we have no Rosetta Stone to unlock them. We don't know their names. But at the gates of Dolavira, we found something massive. A giant signboard, the world's first civic signage. Yet, their voice remains trapped in stone. So how does a civilization this advanced simply vanish? The killer wasn't an army. It was the climate. Around 1900 BC, the monsoon shifted. The mighty river dried up. The plumbing stopped working. The order turned to chaos. Slowly, they packed what they could and left, abandoning their perfect cities to the wind and the sand. Today, only the bricks remain, silent witnesses to a people who chose life over war and harmony over chaos. But history is fragile, and as we gaze upon their empty streets, a haunting question lingers. What will we leave behind? If a civilization this advanced could vanish into the sands, are we truly immune to the same fate? Join the conversation in the comments below. History is full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Don't let them vanish again. Click the subscribe button and join our expedition into the past. See you in the next discovery.